From the golden plains of Africa to the fertile valleys of the Tigris and Euphrates, from the towering mountains of Mount Kaf to the dense forests of Hungary, from the shores of the Mediterranean to the islands of the Aegean, there existed a great empire whose shadow stretched across 3 continents, a nation whose sun never seemed to set. The world called it Europe's Great Empire, yet eventually this empire fell into disarray, breaking apart. Its enemies seized control, and all that remained were the faint, blurred memories of past glory. Who could have imagined that just a century later, the same nation would rise again on the world map, showcasing its strength, connecting 2 continents, establishing a modern system, and launching projects that would outpace the very flow of time. Tunnels running beneath the seas, advanced weaponry redefining the laws of war. These were all the results of this nation's vision and determination. This is not the story of a Hollywood movie. It is the truth of Turkey. The Turkey that lost its land, identity, and honor a century ago, yet emerged from the darkness of history into a new light. But how did this happen? Today, we will tell the story of that miracle. We will reveal how a nation rose from the deepest pit of decline to reclaim its former glory. This is not merely a tale of economic development, but a profound and complex reality. It is a story of cultural struggle, a century-long ideological battle, and of a leader who not only changed the fate of his nation, but perhaps altered the map of the world. It all begins from the ashes, from the remnants of the Ottoman Empire's past. There was a time when the very mention of the Ottoman name would make Europe tremble. Yet by the late 19th century, this great empire had become internally weakened. Nationalist movements, falling behind in the Industrial Revolution, internal corruption, all hollowed the empire from within. Then, during World War I, its alliance with Germany proved to be the final nail in its coffin. The Ottoman armies were defeated, Sultan Mehmed VI became a prisoner, and enemy forces advanced toward Istanbul. In 1920, through the humiliating Treaty of Sèvres, the Ottoman Empire was stripped of complete control, a death sentence for the Ottomans and the Turkish people. Arab territories had already become independent, and the remaining lands of Turkey were handed over to foreign powers. In the east, Armenia and Kurdistan. In the west, Izmir and Thessaloniki to Greece. In the south, under French and Italian control, and the small portion left was a limited state for the Turks. The old Ottoman Empire was drawing its last breath, but when a living nation takes a stand in the face of death, a leader emerges who breathes new life. For the Turkish nation, that leader was Mustafa Kemal Pasha, a brave, intelligent, and fearless commander who refused to accept the empire's humiliation and went to Ankara to launch the War of Independence. From 1919 to 1922, the Turkish people and army waged a remarkable and historic war. On one side stood the Greek army, backed by the major powers of the world. On the other, the French and Italian forces. Alongside them, the loyalists of the empire. Yet Mustafa Kemal and the Turkish people turned every challenge into victory. They liberated Izmir from Greek occupation, expelled foreign armies from the south, and secured triumph on every front. By 1922, Turkey had been completely freed from foreign occupation. Later, under the Treaty of Lausanne, Turkey became a recognized state on the international stage with its current borders. It was a true miracle. A nation that had lost its land, honor, and power a century earlier had not only regained independence, but also secured its place on the world stage. Mustafa Kemal became a hero in the global Muslim world. This is the story of Turkey, a nation that rose from ashes to reach the stars.